Adrian finally spoke. I'm so sorry. I had no idea they were going to do any of that. I reached over and took his hand. I know you didn't. If I'd thought you were in on it, I would have walked away the first night. He was quiet for another minute. Why didn't you tell me? About your money? I pulled over into a parking lot so we could actually talk. For the same reason your family pretended not to have money, I guess. I wanted to know you loved me for me, not for what I could buy or provide. I've dated enough men who were more interested in my portfolio than my personality. Adrian nodded slowly. I get that. But you could have told me after you knew I wasn't like that. I smiled. I was planning to. I was actually going to tell you this weekend. I wanted to take you to my actual place, show you my life, let you in completely. Your family just sped up the timeline. Adrian looked at the steering wheel, processing everything. My family's really rich. Like, really rich. And they pretended to be poor to test you. That's insane. I laughed. It's definitely creative. Most families just grill you over dinner or stalk your social media. Your family went method acting. Adrian asked where we were going now, and I said I was taking him to my penthouse downtown. You have a penthouse? He asked. And I could hear the disbelief. I told him I had a penthouse, a beach house, and the apartment he'd been staying at that I kept for when I wanted to feel normal. The apartment's real, I assured him. It's just not my only place. When we got to my building, Adrian was quiet in the elevator. The penthouse took up the entire top floor, and when we walked in, he just stood in the entryway staring at the floor-to-ceiling windows and the view of the city. This is really your place? He asked, walking to the windows. I kicked off my shoes and said it was. I bought it 3 years ago as an investment, but it ended up becoming my favorite space. The light is amazing. Adrian turned to me with this expression I couldn't quite read. Is this weird for you? Seeing me process all this? I shook my head. I knew I'd have to tell you eventually. I just hoped it would be on my terms, not because your family forced the issue. We sat on the couch and I showed him my actual life on my phone. Photos from board meetings, the sale announcement of my company, articles written about my business success. You're kind of famous, he said, scrolling through search results for my name. In business circles, yeah. That's why I've been careful about keeping my profile low when I'm not working. I wanted a break from being Sloan Whitmore CEO and just be Sloan who's figuring out what she wants to do next. Adrian set down my phone and looked at me. I love you. The broke freelancer version and the secret millionaire version. I just wish my family hadn't ruined the way you found out I know. I kissed him and said his family hadn't ruined anything. They actually did me a favor. I got to see exactly how much you value money, which is not at all. You defended me against your whole family without knowing I had $1 to my name. Adrian pulled me closer. They're going to call. Probably a lot. They're going to want to apologize and explain and make excuses. I told him he could handle that however he wanted. I wasn't going to tell him how to deal with his family. I will say, though, if they want to make it right, they should start with some genuine self-reflection about why they thought testing me was appropriate in the first place. Adrian agreed, and we spent the rest of the evening talking about everything we hadn't shared yet. Over the next few days, Adrian's phone blew up with calls and texts from his family. He ignored most of them, but eventually read me some of the messages. Diane had sent a long apology text saying she'd been terrified of Adrian getting hurt again and had let that fear turn her into someone she didn't recognize. Richard sent a shorter message acknowledging they'd crossed a line and asking for a chance to make it right. Veronica surprisingly sent the most genuine apology. She said seeing Adrian defend